Hi everyone, my name is Aliana Zogmachumberma. I'm a parents coach, an early childhood education advisor, and I'm a school owner. Good morning. So on my last video, I spoke about executive function and I had a few questions. Somebody wanted to know when they can expect their child to exhibit executive function, especially when it comes to their studies. So the child goes, picks the book, and studies without being prompted. So executive function, like I said, is practice, and you have to practice over years. It's just that when you have an early start, then you are off to a good start. So you have to practice over years, but it's only really functional. It's only very functional when the child is an adult. I think your question borders more on motivation, what the child's motivation is to study. And so I'd like to address it from that angle. Now, motivation comes in two different forms. We have extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation. With extrinsic motivation, I think is the kind of motivation we're all used to. That's what we're brought up on as Africans or as Ghanaians. So your mother says, hey Akosia, if you don't go and pick your book and learn, and I get there, they kind of I'll slap you. Or you say, hey Akosia, I will cane you if you don't go and sweep your room. Or the more softer one, oh Akosia, please, you eat your food. When you're done, I'll give you toffee, okay? Or you do this. When you're done, I'll let you play. So those are all intrinsic motivation. They are things that it's like a carrot you dangle in front of the rabbit. But the thing about extrinsic motivation is that it's very short-lived, and also when the parents or the adult is not around, the child is not motivated to do it at all because they constantly need that kind of nudging to be able to do it. So it's not sustainable, and it's not sustainable, and it's very short-lived. So that's one reason why we have to encourage another form of motivation. Now, intrinsic motivation is motivation that comes from within. It's the individual initiates it, and the child wants to go about it, wants to do it, is excited to do it, and that's intrinsic motivation. Now, this is it's harder to achieve. It's harder to have a child who is self-motivated to do things. But there are a few things that if we do, we can get it right. So one of the ways you can help your child develop intrinsic motivation is to offer choice. At any set time, if you give them a choice between two different things, you would find that they are more motivated to do things. You see, children are just little humans, and the needs that we have as adults to control our own lives and make our own decisions are the same needs they have as children. So the fact that you are offering them control over their lives or offering them control over their decisions is a big motivator for them to do things. So for instance, if they bring home homework, you can ask them, Akosia, would you like to do your math homework or your English homework first? You choose, okay? Or you could offer them a choice between two activities. Would you like to do your homework first, or you would like to read a book first? You choose. So give them a choice. Help them exercise some control over their lives, and you would find that they would be more motivated to do things. The second way that you can help a child develop intrinsic motivation is through mastery of skills. So when you give a child a task that is too challenging, that's too difficult for the child, they are not motivated to do it. Now, if the task is on the other hand too easy for the child is not motivated to do it. So as a parent, the onus, or the adults, the onus lies on you to strike a balance between what is too difficult and what is too easy. A good place to start is with the easy tasks, okay? You give a child an easy task, and then you build on it gradually, being careful not to overwhelm the child, because when you overwhelm them, then they just get frustrated and they don't want to try. So these two this particular skill is actually tried and tested, especially in the Montessori environments. We give them little things to do repeatedly over a period of time until they master their skills. And when they master the skills, encourage them while in the process of mastery. Encourage them, okay? Give them specific feedback about what they're doing. And this in itself builds the confidence to be able to try new things. It builds confidence to be able to actually do the skill that they are doing at that particular point in time. So let's try and give them tasks, graduate their tasks, rather than giving them difficult things. I see this all the time where parents are expecting that tell me that, oh, my child's homework was too easy for the child because they finished it in, say, 10 minutes. But the truth is, homework is not supposed to be difficult for the child. Homework is not supposed to be overly difficult, because then it breaks their confidence in wanting to try or continue to do it. You understand? So please, let's make sure, let's have patience for our children and make sure they do things in graduation. So thank you very much, and this is my 2 cents. Bye bye.